We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Second and 10. Here's Huntley. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
He'll buy some time right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
In motion, Hill.
Huntley off of play action. That one out wide and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now Huntley wants to audible to another look.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Hurts will throw.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing.
You getting ready to quit, bro? What you doing?
Well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hundley looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Huntley.
On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
To throw, Huntley.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Huntley to throw.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 28 yards.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
After the sack on 1st down,
Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Huntley working from the gun.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Huntley.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And running with power here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
The man in motion is Brown.
A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Grant Calcaterra.
52 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Huntley.
Dancing to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Looking to throw.
Huntley. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw.
Huntley.
They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It was Brandon Graham that came in there and got him.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And now here is another interception.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Again, it's Barkley.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Finish the game, man. Finish the game. I knew it. I knew it. Dolphins fans always quit.